We have a special guest in studio. It's Monday. We had a week off, but the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Matt Melzak, back in studio to talk all things Mud Hens. Now, Matt, Hens have been on the road for a couple of weeks, but they're finally coming back this week hosting Memphis, last week in Columbus. Kind of a rough go of it, but they did finish strong yesterday with a nice kind of bullpen day, pitching a shutout.
Yeah, really great way to finish off the series. This team has done that multiple times over the course of the young season. And I say young, we're not quite 2 months in, but you look at the way they finished off series. They finished them off with a lot of bangs. And yesterday was certainly one of those, 8-0 win. Bullpen day, we've had a lot of those lately for the Mud Hens with the unsettled times that it has been for the Detroit Tigers and their rotation for the starting staff. So it has been a tricky way for Tom Prince and Doug Bockler, the pitching coach, to kind of weave things in and out. The one good thing is there's a lot of relievers in the system, and we're seeing that because constantly being replenished with relievers, and that is allowing them to do multiple bullpen days over the course of a 6-game series. They had to do it again this past week at Columbus. Sunday was done to perfection. The way they ran it out there with 5 pitchers, shut it all down. I mean, that's the way, if you're going to run a bullpen day, that's the way you want to run it.
Absolutely. Now, despite going 2-4 in Columbus, they're still just above 500, 21-20, kind of in the middle of the pack in the standings. They're sitting third right now. What do you want to see from them to kind of get back up in contention for the title?
Well, I think part of it you have to look at, Claire, is that constant flux of the roster right now with the amount of injuries that Detroit is suffering. It's caused for a lot of turnover recent times here for the Mud Hens, and that can kind of be tricky. I know guys come in, they do their job, things are supposed to just continue to run, but we know it doesn't always work that way. You know, the combinations change a lot, and sometimes you're so used to a guy being in a certain position, and then all of a sudden now he's not there, and the other guy comes in and he likes to play it a little bit different. So then it just throws off a little bit of that timing. Same thing with the pitching staff. Columbus kind of getting a little bit more on the healthier side, even though Cleveland's been struggling with their starting staff offensively. The Clippers are getting a lot of people back. So it kind of was a perfect storm of this last week. But yes, Mud Hens, 2 straight weeks at home. After really spending the majority of the season so far on the road, when you look at they had that 13-day road trip, and now they're going to have that 13-day homestand. Let's see how well they can do over that, especially against 2 teams overall they've had success against, Claire, in Memphis and Columbus.
Well, we'll see how the Hens bounce back from a 2-4 series in Columbus this week, hosting Memphis tomorrow through Sunday. You can, of course, hear Matt Melzak and Jim Weber on the call right here on BCSN.